I'm hot about it. You've been chosen. Like, who collects animal poop for fun? Magical dinner parties. Woo! Oh man, it was not handled with care. This is giving August, September vibes. Why? Hi everybody. This is gonna be kind of rushed because I just got 2 very important boxes of book mail and I found them on the front porch completely uncovered in the pouring rain, and I'm hot about it. So we're gonna open these as quickly as possible. I have a covered front porch. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they weren't put. I don't know why they weren't just put. I don't know why the front porch door wasn't just opened and they were put on the covered front porch instead of in the soaking rain, but you can literally see that this box is wet. But anyway, I'm gonna open this box and then I'm gonna do an intro of what this is after I get into it, because I want to make sure that everything is okay. I forgot this was arriving today. It even has a handle with care little icon on it, and it was not handled with care. So sad. Okay. Okay, it's in bubble wrap, so I can calm down about this. Well, let's check on the other box because I know this is not bubble wrapped. So this is a Literati kids box. They do kids book subscriptions and you get about 5 or 6 books in each subscription box. I have set mine up specifically to act as a student for my classrooms, and I take these books to my school and I look for books that are appropriate for my students, and then I read through them and then I give them away as prizes in my classroom. So we have The Wild Bunch. Oh, that looks fun. That looks so cute. Paul Adams just wants to sleep in all summer, not go on a camping trip with 2 of his dad's ridiculous college friends and their sons. While the dads are having a blast, Paul is stuck between allergy-ridden nerd Hector Diaz, who collects animal poop for fun, and mosquito-ridden bully Jack Gracie. Rumor has it a Sasquatch roams the woods near Bear Falls, which is a little too close to their campsite. So the boys decide to make the most of their disastrous trip and find the beast themselves. A little adventure never hurt anyone, right? Wrong. While dodging slippery mudslides and being stalked by an angry bear, Paul isn't sure any of them will make it back to camp. Forget Sasquatch. The wilderness might be the biggest threat of all. Okay, that sounds really, really cute. This is by Jan Gangsey. That looks really great. This sounds perfect for 5th grade. It sounds perfect for some of my boys. I think they would really like this. That looks really, really cute. And each chapter starts with a wilderness survival tip. That's adorable. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's really cute. Sometimes Literati can be a little off in what they recommend. Sometimes things can be a little too mature for 5th grade. So let's see what else we got in here. We have Storm Singer. Ooh, this looks cool. Wow, that's pretty awesome. By Sarwat Chadha. Wow. An exiled witch, a rebel prince, and a secret magic that will change the world at a great cost. In a land ruled by fierce winged warriors known as Garudas, Nargis is a mere mortal, lowly, poor, and angry at the ruling class that killed her parents. But even though she can't fly like the Garudas, she is not powerless. Nargis is a spirit singer, able to command the elements through song. Well, sometimes. When she loses control of her magic and endangers her entire village, she's exiled to the desert and comes face to face with Mistral, the crown prince of the hated Garudas, and he needs her help. Ooh, this sounds fun. I like this. Oh, and there's this cool airship situation on the back. Oh yeah. Okay. This sounds like a fun adventure. I'm loving the snake eyebrows going on. That sounds fun. It's from Simon and Schuster. It says it's for young readers. It doesn't say. Sometimes there's like an age bracket. Oh, it says 8 through 12. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, I'm liking this one. Now, Literati is great because you pick out the books you want to keep and you pay for them, and then you send back the books that you don't want to keep. So if there's anything in this box that I don't want, I just send it back to Literati and I'm not charged for it. They even give me time to read through it if I want to and then send it back. It's fantastic. My sister uses this subscription box too for her 2 little ones. She loves it. So like some of them she keeps, they look through together, and then she sends it back if she doesn't want it. This one is called The Garden Just Beyond by Lindsay Levitt. That's a beautiful cover. Let's see. Does it have an age bracket on here? It does not. Okay, let's see. For 14-year-old Magnolia Gartner, nothing is more important than tradition, and the most important tradition in her eccentric family is the magical dinner parties they've been hosting for generations. Magical dinner parties? Ooh! Anyone lucky enough to have dined at the Gartner's estate in Humble Hollow will claim the meal was life-changing, and that's true, because the crops the family harvests and the dishes they prepare have the power to alter the emotions and fortunes of anyone who eats them. It's not just the food either. For as long as anybody can remember, the whole Gardner family has been exceptional, though Maggie often feels like the exception. That's going to change when Maggie cooks her first dinner and proves she's just as special, just as Gardner as everyone else. But when a mysterious stranger moves to town and threatens the family's century-old secrets, the Gardner family and all of Humble Hollow are at risk of losing far more than a seat at the table. With the help of new kid Graham, as well as trusty townsfolk and family lore, Maggie must dig deep to see what others can't, especially buried troops that feel just beyond her reach. Man, they have been... This is 3 for 3 so far. I am so impressed. This sounds so good. Oh, this sounds so good. And I didn't even see the pumpkins. This may have to go on my harvest wall. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out one of my shorts. This may need to go on my harvest wall right now because this is giving August, September vibes. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, and now I see something that's got a circus on it. Rick Riordan presents The Cursed Carnival and Other Calamities. New stories about mythic heroes, and it's got multiple authors, including Rick Riordan. Ooh! If you could travel to an alternative universe, where would you go? To a magic bazaar where everyday errands turn into life-threatening quests? A tropical island cave that may be inhabited by a monster? A space academy where the systems are mysteriously malfunctioning? Or would you rather meet Gum Baby? A chupacabra puppy? A puny demon? Maybe you'd prefer to go to a cursed powwow or a haunted carnival. How about traversing ancient Ireland with a young outlaw? You can do all of the above by reading the myth-based short stories in this collection. All but one of the heroes has previously starred in a popular Own Voices book from Rick Riordan Presents. You'll be reunited with Sal and Gabby, Aru Shaw, Zane Obispo, Min the Fox Spirit, Tristan Strong's friends, and Riley O. Who's the new hero? Read Rick Riordan's short story to find out. 10 best-selling and award-winning middle-grade authors representing various cultures from around the world contributed to this anthology. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. That is super neat. I love that idea. That is a lot of fun. And there's a letter in here from Rick Riordan. How exciting. That's super cool. I've never seen them do an anthology before. Wow, Literati. Stepping up the game. That's fantastic. Here's my little mailing list. And then they have this lovely your lovely little cheat sheet. This tells you how much each book is worth or how much it cost. And then if you buy all 5 books, you get a keep all 5 discount. I think it's like 10% off. Our last book is Grady Jones and the Great Detective Game. This looks really cute. It's got lots of puzzles. Now, sometimes usually there's at least one nonfiction book in here. Sometimes there are puzzle and sticker books as well. So sometimes there are activity books. It's not all fiction chapter books. So don't think that all you get are fiction books and stories. You can tailor your child's needs to whatever it is that they're interested in. I have gotten a lot of really cool nonfiction books as well, and sticker books, things like that. I've even gotten journals and stuff as well, which have been really cool. So this has just been a really fiction heavy box this time with some really cool stuff. So Grady Jones and the Great Detective. Grady Jones has spent nearly all 12 years of his life trying to be great at something. So when a mysterious note is delivered to his door asking Grady to solve the murder of his town's reclusive billionaire, Grady believes his search is over. He'll be a great detective. The only problem is he's not very observant or intuitive or clever. Oh, and he has no idea how to solve a mystery. Luckily, he has some friends who have skills of deduction, and together they might have the sleuthing chops to figure out who the murderer is. Then a mysterious stranger comes to town, and Grady is forced to question whether the note was actually meant for him at all. In this hilarious, twisty tale of mystery, murder, and mistaken identity, one boy must answer one question. What does it really mean to be great? Oh, that's so cute. And it is for ages 12 through 18. Ages 8 through 12. Sorry, it's been a long day and I got all flustered about the boxes. Actually, all the books seem totally fine. Nothing is wrong. I just got all flustered for nothing. And like I said, it's been a long day. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, so these are my 5 books from Literati. I get this box. You can choose how often you get this box. You can get it as often as once a month or as least often as like every 6 months, I think. I think I get mine every 3 months. I actually have no idea what's hiding in here. I have avoided all spoilers. So I got contacted about a month ago saying, hey, you've been on our wait list for our book subscription, Page Wick. And you've been chosen. You've been chosen. It's your time is up, and we're contacting you to let you know that we have a spot. Totally forgot that I had even signed up for it. It's been so long. I think I tried to get onto Page and Wick about, I want to say like back in February. It was probably about the same time that I signed up for Allurial, because Allurial didn't have a wait list and Page and Wick did. I really wanted to get the Page and Wick box that pairs a book with a candle. And I was like, that's up my alley for sure. However, that's not the subscription box that they had available. I am on that wait list, but that's not the one they had available. Page and Wick actually has a couple of different subscriptions. Let me read to you their different subscriptions that they've got. So they have 3 different subscriptions. They have Wicked Pages, Epic Fantasy, and they have Signature Fantasy subscription. The Wicked Pages is a spicy romance. It has an exclusive hardback book picked by fellow book lovers. Their Epic Fantasy is an exclusive fantasy. So it's going to have like some type of big, fantasy. It's going to have some type of fantasy book that's going to be the big world building, things like that. And then their Signature Fantasy, which is the subscription box that I was able to get onto the list. This is going to be a magical special edition subscription for fantasy bookworms, an exclusive fantasy hardback picked by fellow bookworms. From romantasy to cozy fantasy, our selections transport you to a brand new world. So it's going to kind of span all kinds of different things. And this subscription can be either, the Signature Fantasy can either be a book only, or it can be the candle and book Page and Wick. So unfortunately, I was only able to get on the book only subscription at this time. I have reapplied for the candle and the book, where they pair a candle to go along with the theme of the book or kind of the vibe of the book, and hopefully we'll see. But this is the July Page and Wick. It is bi-monthly, so there won't be another box until September. I guess because I got on the list late, that's why it took a while for it to get here. So I have successfully avoided all spoilers. However, there was like a warning note when I signed up for the box that there was some drama about this book. There was some concern about the choice for July. But let's look at it. I don't even really see a lot of booktubers I don't even see Page and Wick unboxings, so I'm excited to just look at it. So let's just take a look. See what's going on here. And hopefully I haven't purchased it somewhere. Okay, I'm looking at the back, and all I see is a star. Ooh. Whoa. What does that say? The blood plagues. Whoa. Okay, that's intense. All right. So we have the blood plagues. There goes the blanket. We have this really beautiful, whoa. That's some shimmer. Okay. And then we've got this really beautiful, like, tree, I think. This beautiful painting. I think another subscription box picked this book, because I'm pretty sure I've seen someone read about this book in one of their unboxings. Here's the spine. Got another statue, and then here's the back of the book. Making sure everybody has their clothes on, and they do. And then let's look at the sprayed edges together. Ooh. Wow. That's gorgeous. I mean, it looks like a Renaissance painting. It's got that style of a Renaissance painting. Wow. And it does not do the top or the bottom. So unlike a L'Oreal, you do not get to pick out this book. It comes to you as a surprise. You don't know what it is before it shows up. So that's one of the reasons I haven't signed up for Illumicrate, Fairy Loot, or any of those other book subscription boxes. It's why I love a L'Oreal so much, and why I will probably always kind of be very, very pro L'Oreal, is that you do get to pick a selection. I really, really love to know what I'm getting, especially at the prices that you have to pay for books. I think it's important, especially if you're going to buy books, to know what you're getting and to want to read it and to be interested in what you're reading. I do now have a bigger group of friends that I can pass books off to if I don't think it's something that I'm going to enjoy. So I wanted to give Page and Wick a try and see if I liked it. But yeah, it is a little bit of a risk. You do get skips. So they do give you a little bit of a blurb to see, and you kind of have to, you don't get the title, but you get a blurb that kind of gives you some key pointers about what the book is going to be like. And then you have to decide, do you want to skip this month or not? Because I was a first-time subscriber, I could not skip this book. I can skip in September if I want to. But so yeah, let's take a look at what I got. Oh, well, we have to look at the end pages. I don't know if there's anything on the cover or not. I don't think there is. Oh, no, there is. Oh my, hello. Beautiful, stunning cover. Oh, wow. Look at all that pretty shine. Yeah, I'm loving this tree. For our end page, I actually took a peek. One side is pretty PG-13. So for my younger viewers, I'm just going to block that side so that you can see kind of what the artwork looks like, because it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. There are just two characters that are very romantic on the other side. They are in dress code. It's just not something that I would be comfortable showing. But look at that beautiful stained glass that I think that we should all enjoy. That is gorgeous. Protect our young viewers. Yeah, we're going to keep the end pages to ourselves. I'm sure you can find some spoilers. Okay, let's see here. What we got going on? Oh, is the back the same? Oh, it is not. Whoa. Oh, man. I am loving this gold. I'm not a huge gold person, but that is incredible. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm loving that. I apologize about the end pages. Sometimes they're just a little too steamy for some of my younger viewers. I just take extra precautions as a teacher. Particularly, I want to make sure that everything is safe for anybody who might stumble across my channel, especially my students, because they get very bored and they get very creative and they go looking for things, even though I beg them not to. But yeah, if that upsets you that I don't show you every aspect of the book, I apologize, but I want to make sure that everybody is that certain viewers are not being exposed to things that are above their maturity level on the internet. So I'm sure that you can find the end pages elsewhere if you really wanted to see the end pages. So here is the description of this book, The Blood Plagues. Ashara and Dimitri, those are good names, dare only the briefest of touches, each kiss stolen under the cover of dusk. Tired of crumbs, they make a vow to be together before they are sacrificed to the blood god. But that was before the acolytes, before the Inquisition, before the penance. Estranged for 8 years, they reunite within Dendrum's grand templum mere hours before they are destined to be unalived. When a druid is found unalive inside its sacred walls, the sanctity of the last rite twists into a vicious hunt for answers only a brutal awakening can provide. The druids will learn how a woman's rage can rival the wrath of a god. This is a very interesting plot. And it is written by Navrin J. from Kent. You can find her browsing local bookshops with a caramel latte in hand, taking breezy walks by the sea, or educating the masses. Okay. Well, this is very interesting, but here's your July Page and Wick selection. So yeah, it was a very interesting book mail day. I am extremely glad that nothing was injured due to the rain, thankfully. Why they don't just do my soul a favor and put the books on the covered front porch as opposed to on the brick steps in the pouring rain. I do not know, but bless. Thank goodness it was fine. I mean, it's just the fact that, like, it's so expensive. Like, why accidentally ruin something that would be so much money? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the opening of this book mail, as stressful as it was for me. I hope you enjoyed this new Page and Wick, and I'm looking forward to September. The drama, though, by the way, the drama is for this book. I will read you the email from Page and Wick over the drama with this, the tea. I'm going to spill the tea on this book that I received from Page and Wick. All right, subscription invitation. Hello, thank you for joining our wait list. We're so excited to inform you that a book-only subscription spot is available for you. To begin your subscription, please review the information. The theme for July is the end of mercy. The featured book is a dark fantasy romance filled with feminine rage, dangerous secrets, and a high-stakes rebellion. It will include a redesigned exclusive cover, a digitally sprayed edge on the side, end paper artwork with foil detailing, foiled hard case design, a hand signature from the author, and a letter. Oh, there's a letter inside. Oh, look at that. Yes, there is indeed a letter. Oh, and there is a quote from a poem, Ozymandias by Percy Shelley. I love that poem, and I teach that poem every single year because it is one of my favorites, because I love ancient Egypt. That is awesome. Okay, disclaimer. Here's your tea. Ready? Got your cup? Here we go. There have been discussions online questioning whether AI was used during the writing process. We've spoken with the author, who has told us that AI was not used in the writing of the book. At this time, we haven't received any additional information beyond what is already publicly available. At Page Wick, we value and support the work of authors and artists, and we don't support the use of generative AI. So, that was all they had. Now, I didn't know what the book was until just now. Literally, you just watched me open it. So I haven't been able to do any of my own research on what's going on, what the drama is. You know, are there booktubers out there who are upset about this? I didn't want to spoil what the book was for myself and, you know, go down a rabbit hole. I didn't go Googling anything about what was the Page Wick July subscription, etc., etc. So I didn't go look it up or anything like that. I just decided to wait to see what it was, wait till it showed up, and then go from there. So if you have thoughts about this, please write a comment. Let me know if you think it's been written by AI. If you have opinions, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. And here's the thing, is that I do appreciate that Page Wick said, hey, we have heard, you know, this is a problem. We've heard people saying that this is a thing and we don't support this. And so we're letting you know. But at the same time, it also said immediately underneath that, you're a first-time subscriber. If you decide to skip due to this reasoning, you can't get the September book. You're going to have to wait until another opening comes up. Like, you're going to have to wait until the next invitation cycle. So it was accept the book for what it was, or it was wait until the next invitation cycle. So yeah. Let me know what your thoughts were, and let me know what you think of this book or any of the young adults, children's novels, middle grade novels that I showed you from Illumicrate, from Literati. If you want to hear more about if you want to hear more about the Literati subscription box, I would love to tell you more. I've been part of Literati for years now. In fact, I was part of Literati back when they had adult subscriptions. They used to do adult book clubs where you could sign up for a book club with like almost like celebrity readers and hosts. And you signed up for different ones and you would buy a book through them and it would show up and you would then participate in a book club with that celebrity host. And it was the coolest thing. And I was really sad that they stopped doing that because I really, really enjoyed it. But they wanted to repurpose Literati. They wanted to focus on their mission of children's literacy. And so they really honed in on what they were doing with children's literacy. But that's all for now. Have a fabulous day, and thank you so much for being here and watching. And I hope you give us a like, and please tell me all about your thoughts with Page Wick and Literati. And we'll see you next time. Bye.